You know, this world is full of tragedies, isn't it? Things that befall people. I had a man one time that I knew, and his grandmother was a very devout Christian, and she died of cancer. He was very bitter at God. Why would God allow someone who is such a devout believer to die of cancer? You know, this is the reaction of people very often to these things. They often blame God because these things happen. What do you think about that? Do you think that it's God's fault that bad things happen like this to people? Tragic things? The real reason why this happens is because our first parents rebelled against God. And in effect, what they said is, we don't need you, and we're going to do it our way. And so this is how, essentially, they began the world. They brought children into the world under that particular scenario. The whole world has been peopled that way. Everybody choosing what they want. And of course, this introduced what the Bible calls sin into the world. And sin is not just something you do wrong. Sin is actually a force at work in mankind. It can actually be traced right down to the DNA in people's bodies, the imperfections in the DNA. You see, sin essentially is imperfection. Mankind was created absolutely perfect, but then when man abandoned God, then what happened is his whole being started to break down. In fact, the whole creation did. And what we know now is that with every generation, our DNA becomes a little more corrupted. And these corruptions that happen in our DNA are responsible for a lot of the diseases that people have. They are responsible for old age and death and a lot of the suffering that has come into the world. And this is why these things happen. You look at this young man, Andy Irons, with apparently a healthy body, and yet the results of sin, not necessarily his own, but going all the way back through his ancestry, was at work within him, creating this defect in his body that unfortunately led to his death. We all can, in fact, carry around within us this time bomb of sin. And it's going to find a way to get us. It will. It gets everybody, right? Time and chance. That's what the scripture's talking about. Eventually, it has gotten every person of every generation. So is that God's fault? We'd have to say no, because when he created the man and woman, he created them perfect. He even provided in the garden a way for them to live forever without ever having these things happen. And they rejected it. So should we really be blaming him? Shouldn't we instead maybe be blaming our first parents that this came into the world?